Whoa, what is going on, guys? It's Shu here, bringing you another review and reaction on Boruto. Now, there is definitely a lot to unpack in this chapter, and I definitely enjoyed it. But before I continue, guys, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out tremendously, and honestly, I would appreciate the support. It helps out. I've seen the growth on the channel. A little bit of people have been joining, and honestly, it makes my heart feel full, and I appreciate that. You guys subscribing makes me feel good. You guys interacting is also phenomenal. I love it. But I'm not giving you any more fluff here. Let's go ahead and get to it. So we start off with Inojin. He is still inside of Kubo's body, and we see the Mamushis going and trying to attack him. Now, honestly, I wish Inojin had gone through with this, but he is a goody two-shoes, and honestly, I'm not surprised. But we see that he decides that rather than him exiting out of Kubo's body, that he would try to save him, because that is his mantra right now. It's like, who would I be if I couldn't save this guy? And honestly, Koji banked on the wrong kid. Let's just be honest. He's not going to do the cold stuff. He's not going to act that way. And so, even though he's wanting to be good, while you're in an elderly person's body, it didn't go so well. In fact, we see that, he almost gets taken out. But we'll get back to him momentarily, because we see that EIDA is worried about Inojin's safety. And obviously, Inojin is playing an important role here and interconnecting everybody to be able to, have these conversations. And with him kind of busy, he can't connect anybody. And so EIDA does have the ability to see where people are at. But the problem is, she's already made contact once, and Mamushi saw her, which was kind of a creepy thing. So if they ever animate that scene, I hope they give it that kind of a jump scare animation, or do something with that to make it even creepier. That would be great. But we see that she doesn't want to expose her location, understandably so. And so now it's more of a waiting game. And speaking of the Mamushis, aside of the one that's about the group of Mamushis that are going to attack Kubo, we see that there's a bunch of others that are starting to lose their brain cells, essentially. They're acting real dumb. They're attacking one another. They're really dumbed down at this point, too. And we see that both Delta and Sarada go out there. However, these guys may still be, dumb, but they have very much a lot of power. So, regular people can get hurt. They're willing to attack them, and this is when Sarada actually uses her abilities. Now that she's able to activate, her Sharingan to levels that even her dad was able to do, which is interesting, we see that she's actually starting to lose her eyesight. It's kind of crappy, because obviously she's not pure-blooded. We've seen this with Sasuke already, but, I think that with her not being full-blooded, and also probably really forcing her vision right now and her powers, this is going to happen. But luckily, Delta also got a moment in this chapter, I will say, and I was very glad for that, because Delta actually stepped in, took down some of the Mamushis, fought, and I was like, about dang time, Not that she's the strongest character. I still don't understand her purpose in her being in the story right now, but hey, she's here, and whatever. And she's helping them out. So I can appreciate that. However, we also don't see that side of the, I don't know, what side of the, I'm just a little worried about her eyesight and where that's going to play in. But we also get to see what's going on with Sai and Shikamaru. The battle of the dads, put it that way. Because Inojin, obviously, he's in a dangerous situation right now. And Shikamaru is using Inojin. But, of course, he doesn't want him in harm. But with Sai, he's his father. He's like, what are you doing? You are doing something. Obviously, you're not telling me all the whole truth. What is going on with my son? I know that he's involved somehow. And, he basically says, look, we have to work together. You have to help me. Listen, we got to do this. And we find out that, the Koji, pulls Inojin out. And he's like, you know what? I gotta do what I gotta do. Pulls him out. Kubo kind of regains consciousness. He starts to get on fire. We have the others realizing what's going on. Cyan and Shikamaru go out there. However, we have the surprise that Boruto shows up. And he actually saves Kubo. Removes the flames from him. Because now remember, he is in control of the karma. He's able to do this thanks to the agreement that he made. And so he's able to do this. But now we see that Kubo is still like, you know what? This isn't over. I'm still going to question you, Shikamaru. And that is still something on my plate. We'll deal with these guys, but I'm still going to ask questions. And I think, honestly, that they should have let this guy go. He is not useful in the story. He's a nuisance. I don't like him. Honestly, I don't care for him. However, they do formulate an idea, which I think is interesting. And that is to use EIDA as bait. Since EIDA is able to, is the main goal, if they were to pinpoint the location of where EIDA is, they can stop all the Momushis, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for EIDA. And so, if they do that, it would centralize things. And I love at the very end of this chapter how Damien actually is like, yeah, we should have done this from the beginning. Like, bring him on. I cannot wait. And so I'm looking forward to what Damien has to do. Like, he's setting himself up here for him to kind of have a very good chapter, because we haven't really seen him make much of like any power moves. And so I'm really wanting to see what he can do. We've seen glimpses of his ability. So I want him to actually shine in this next chapter to show us who this kid actually is. And I look forward to it. Overall, though, I gotta say, this was a good chapter. I love how we had different situations. I'm concerned for the well-being of Sarada's eyes. I don't know how long it's going to be. Delta have a moment. Inojin being Inojin, but Koji rescuing him. Kawaki and all that was kind of like Boruto having an aura farming moment. Like, that was great. Just little tidbits here. And then, of course, the dads having to, like, look, you gotta help me out. So just all these kind of moments really kind of like coming together. So I like where we're at. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, leave a like, and I'll catch you all later.